Today we're going to talk about a kit of essential oils called the Raindrop Therapy Kit. Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Minke. This is Minke Wellness. And the Raindrop Therapy Kit from Young Living, it's a unique kit of essential oils designed for a little therapy technique that's done on the spine. I don't want to go so far as to call it massage, because it's really, you can do it without really much manipulation of tissue. See, technically, massage therapy is designed as defined as manipulation of tissue, and we were kind of just brushing and stimulating the oils into the body. So it's not really a massage form. I mean, you could do some massage in association with it, and that's great. So it's a topical application. So that's good. That kind of falls into the massage category, but it's but there's not a lot of, you know, what I guess what I'm saying is I'm encouraging those who would not feel comfortable doing massage therapy, which is to say, oh, I'm not a massage therapist, I don't know how to do that, I don't know how to, you know, manipulate tissue. That's okay. Raindrop therapy is very much a user-friendly application. You can just, you know, you could share it with your friends and family, doing it, sharing it, you know, with family members. I actually teach a lot of people how to do it at home on their family members and that kind of thing. You don't need to be, you know, a certified licensed person to do this therapy. Okay, so today I'm not going to go over this video. I'm not going to go actually over the therapy. I'm going to do that in a different video, but I am going to show you the kit and talk about the kit. So this kit is, once you take the cover off, it looks like this, and opening it up, you have 9 oils. The one that's missing is Valor. It's over here. And you have V6 mixing oil, about 8 ounces of that, and what's missing here is the Ortho Ease massage oil. So you've got 9 oils and two pumper devices, and then the mixing oil or diluting oil, V6. And so what we're going to do, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk about the kit itself in terms of these oils and what kinds of what the oils are and kind of what they do. One thing to keep in mind is that all the oils that are packaged in this kit are packaged as cosmetic, with the cosmetic label. So in that context, we would only talk about essential oils used topically. In this context for the Raindrop Therapy, you know, as a therapy, it would be a topical application, which would be classified under the cosmetic, so it can be helpful for the skin. That's the way we can talk about it. We can talk about it being helpful for the skin, or we can talk about it being, you know, an enhancement to a massage form or some kind of topical application for, or an aromatic application. So we kind of have both of those, and that's the way we talk about it. The fact of the matter is these oils also are sold by Young Living. Many of the 5 of these oils in this kit out of the 9 oils, 5 of the 9 are sold as vitality oils, and so we can talk about those also in the context of supplementation if we have them in the form of the vitality form. So in this course, these are the labels. Now this is just a label difference. That's all it is. It's just an FDA compliance rule that requires us to talk about a supplement, this would be labeled as a supplement, versus a cosmetic labeled differently. The oil inside the bottle is identical. There is no difference. Young Living does not make a lower grade oil or a higher grade oil. All the oil it makes, if it has oregano oil, Young Living's oregano oil, whether it's vitality in the vitality label or in the cosmetic label, it's the same quality, which is to say the highest quality. So Young Living does not have a lower quality cosmetic version. And the reason for that is simple, is that you can get toxified through the surface of your skin. So you do not want to have a toxic cosmetic product that you're putting on your skin, because that can go into your skin. We've proven that, you know, and transdermal absorption is very real. So we definitely don't want to have a toxic or low quality essential oil that we're using over here topically, cosmetically. No, because all those chemicals, the toxins and solvents and other kind of synthetic junk that we've added, that could be added, or very commonly are added to essential oils that are not authentic and not good quality, then you end up having those oils get into your tissue, getting into the fat tissue, getting into the lymph tissue, and then that's going to be toxifying the body. No, not acceptable. So that's the rule number 1, or pillar number 1 of our 3 pillars for our wellness strategy, is stop poisoning ourselves. We don't want to add poison, okay? So what I'm saying, what I'm going to do now is talk about these oils both in the context of some topical and then in the context of these vitality label or as a supplement. So the The different oils there are 2 blends of oils. Valor, which is a blend that's really good for energy balancing. It's very grounding. It's got frankincense, black spruce, tansy, and well, what used to be rosewood, and now they've changed the rosewood out and put in camphor with a little bit of geranium in it. So it's got camphor and geranium, and then it's got the frankincense, black spruce, and blue tansy, and it actually looks blue. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see. You see that it actually is blue. It's got the tansy in it, so it's a very rich aroma, very earthy, very grounding. Then it's absolutely fabulous for that purpose, grounding. So if you need grounding, if you have someone who is out of balance, or if they've, a lot of times in an injury context, someone is kind of checking out, this will help them get very grounded. So a lot of times in an injury situation, I whip this out and I put it directly on the injury. It's a very grounding sense. It brings them back into the presence, back into the body, because a lot of times when you get an injury, especially if it's a bad injury, involving a broken bone or something like that, then the people, they're starting to check out and get all freaky out. And I'm like, okay, no. So we put the Valor on, it brings them back, and I just keep putting it on until I can see that grounding presence come back into their head and into their eyes, and then we know we're closer to good. So sometimes I've even used half a bottle of this in an injury situation, because like I said, they just need to come back to presence. They're leaving they're energetically leaving their body, and so it's fabulous, wonderful for that if you haven't ever used it for that. Anyway, so you can see the context. If we're talking about Raindrop Therapy, a topical application, and this is a topical application for the spine. That's the whole purpose of it, is kind of like a hot oil treatment for the spine. Remember the commercials for hot oil treatment for your hair or whatever. This would be a hot oil treatment for the spine. And so we put the oils on the spine. It's very topical, very soothing. Obviously, a very grounding oil, bring you into the moment, would be a great oil to start with. And that's what we do in the Raindrop Therapy. The last oil in the Raindrop Therapy Kit, the last oil is a blend called Aroma Seas. Now, sorry, I'm looking for it here. In the kit, you get the 5 ml bottles, okay? If you're replenishing your kit, you might want to buy the 15 ml bottles, because the price difference allows you for a slightly better value. So here's what you would get in the kit, the 5 ml bottle, and then if you're wanting to replenish, I just buy the 15 ml bottle. So the Aroma Seas, this is a blend of basil, marjoram, or lavender, and now I forgot the rest of it. Basil, marjoram, lavender, peppermint, and cypress. So it actually, except for lavender, all the other ones are singles in the kit anyway. So Aroma Seas, generally good for muscle. It's a muscle rub, and a great companion to massage form. So it's a great enhancement to massage on the muscles, which is how we end with it in the Raindrop Therapy Kit. We use it as a muscle rub in combination with marjoram. Now, the other oils I want to talk about, they're all singles. There are 7 single oils. We'll talk about them each individually here. And they have, some of them are very strong, like the spice oils, oregano and thyme. Some other ones, maybe on the surface of the skin, might still be pretty sharp, like basil, and then even wintergreen. But then and peppermint are very penetrating. So all these are kind of spicy, penetrating, and you end up smelling like a pizza at the end with the basil, marjoram, and oregano and thyme. Always, it really does. The whole room smells like a pizza afterward. And so we have those very spicy oils, but then we got a couple tree oils, like I mentioned, the wintergreen, but is in bush, but cypress as a tree oil, and that's so distilled from the cypress wood and branches, and then peppermint is one we mentioned. Basil, peppermint, cypress, missing one, marjoram. No, I mentioned that already. So oregano, thyme, basil, peppermint, marjoram, wintergreen. I think that's it, right? Basil. What am I missing? Thyme. No, that's all of them. I think I'm running through them so quickly. I keep forgetting I'm going. Okay, so let's go through them each individual. Peppermint. We know peppermint, very penetrating, and if we're talking about it from a massage standpoint, great enhancement for a massage. Peppermint and wintergreen, both great enhancements for a massage. Can really help to get that tingle, to make them, have a person feel what's going on, and give them an enhancement of that massage effect. Okay, and if you look at some of the blends that have peppermint and wintergreen in them. That would include Panoe and Deep Relief. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of get the idea here. And then they're also in, you know, Ortho Sport, Ortho Ease, Cool Azul Sports Gel. These are the kind of things that we tend to see have wintergreen and peppermint in them. So as individual oils, we can always use those. And I like to use those as you know, topical rubs and enhancement for massage. And I put that on elbow or shoulder or whatever. And I use 10 drops of peppermint, 10 drops of wintergreen, and I enhance that massage. You know, the massage is always nice to get the muscles released and that enhancement from peppermint and wintergreen. Now, peppermint and vitality form, okay, so if we took this as a supplement, what do you know about peppermint? Well, we know peppermint is very soothing for the digestion and can be helpful in situations of gassiness, so you help with a soothing, you know, sort of an upset digestion situation, very cooling to the inside. So we took this in a capsule, very cooling and soothing for an irritated digestion. It also has that, in that cooling context, you know, the body has a natural inflammatory process, and that's a very healthy and necessary thing. This can really help to maintain a healthy inflammation so that it doesn't get too out of control. So that's a really nice benefit. So we have that peppermint oil that can be a flavoring agent. It can be cooling and soothing. It can be very penetrating. It clears the sinuses. You can notice that right away when you put it in your mouth. You know, you get that clearing. So it has a lot of versatile, but mainly when we're talking about it in the context of Raindrop, it's a very penetrating oil. We have basil oil, which is also sold as a vitality. And so this, as a vitality oil, is very supportive for the cardiovascular system, supposedly very supportive of the heart. And so as a topical, this would again just be an enhancement to massage, help with circulation, that kind of thing. Cyprus is another one, again, that would be, in this case, not a vitality version, but Cyprus oil would be an enhancement to massage, especially for circulation. We get to oregano and thyme. These are both very hot, spicy oils. If we're talking about them in the context of vitality, we have that support for the immune system that we can expect from both oregano and thyme. Also, thyme is known as a chemoprotectant, which means it will help protect tissue from chemical damage. So, and these are studies that are done in, I don't know that there's been human studies, but in rat studies and dog studies, there's been some very clear research that shows that thyme oil in the presence of chemotherapy, for example, will protect the liver from damage. So that's a protective element. You can keep healthy tissue healthy, and we're always allowed to talk about keeping healthy tissue healthy. And so that's that chemoprotectant ability of thyme oil. Now, that would be as a supplement. Now, topically, again, we're talking about this as an enhancement to massage, would be, you know, improving the circulation, giving a very warm sensation to the tissue as we enhance that for the massage form. Marjoram, last oil, I think we've covered all the rest of them. Marjoram as a vitality oil is very, very good and relaxing to the muscular system, the smooth muscle system. And so it's, again, a cardiovascular support and very relaxing to the cardiovascular system. As a topical, it would be a very good enhancement for massage to the muscles especially, and so that's how we end up using it. At the end of the Raindrop Therapy, we use Marjoram plus Aroma Cs on the muscles up the back and enhance the massage with those essential oils. The rest of the oils are placed on the spine or along the spine, starting with Valor. Then we go into the oregano and thyme, those spicy oils. We know those as supplements would help the immune system. As topicals, we can't talk about them that way. And then we would have the basil, cypress, peppermint, and wintergreen. Peppermint and wintergreen, again, we know those to be very, very enhancing to massage in blends like Deep Relief and things like that. So these are very penetrating and help with the circulation. And again, topically for both basil and cypress would be helping with circulation. But as a supplement, basil would be good for the cardiovascular system, good, very healthy for the heart. So that's just a quick rundown of the individual oils. I didn't talk much about the Ortho Ease massage oil, but it again is just a massage oil, very nicely blended. It's got a really good smell that kind of is a muscle rub, and it's just a really good enhanced massage oil. And then the purpose of the V6 mixing oil is to dilute if you need to. And we'll talk more about that when we talk about the actual form of Raindrop Therapy. So we'll get to that in another video. Happy wellness. Hopefully you'll see how powerful this kit is and start to play with it this month.